push-ups and a run in the morning so I can get my brain better is probably better for readiness in the long run than me trying to schedule or push things back further and further. And let's be real, if somebody's got a medical appointment for an injury or ongoing issue at 07 and 9 in the morning, how are they going to do PT anyway? How? If they're already broken, how can they possibly do PT anyway? It's just overthinking. You're just overthinking it, sir. Let them have
you're on another level.
Medical appointments. And guess
Ooh, cowboy. Ooh, hello, cowboy. Who's a feisty cowboy?
How long and extended or short a duty day can be. And absolutely, you get fix some problems, you gotta do some extra stuff. Well, there's not enough to do that day. You send you guys out early for a little POV, have a drink on me. But this is just a little micromanaging. Let medical take care of medical. Let's get these guys healthy and happy so they can return to the fight in PT and not limit the amount of time that they can use to better themselves. I feel like a good idea theory, just bam, smack down the head. Get ready for the next one. Why is the first lieutenant writing up a company memo? He's the XO. First off, let's break down who this is for. First off, the company, all right? So, first lieutenant, most likely the XO, is writing this memo for Charlie Company. That means, I would assume, that the company commander, a captain, gave this lieutenant permission to do so. Hey, Cap, what are we doing here? Why are we letting the lieutenant write a dumb memo like this? Prohibition on the use of the phrase death before dismount. Oh, we can't say mottos. We can't say motivational things anymore because they hurt the lieutenant's feelings. Let's see how they hurt the lieutenant's feelings today. Purpose. Oh, let's get to the purpose of this one because I'm sure it serves nothing but a purpose of ass pain. The purpose of this memo is ass pain. It's to remind me that I'm
Gear
not
up fast, we're about to get evil.
This is. The purpose of this memorandum is to establish the prohibition of the phrase just before dismount for Charlie Company. No soldier in Charlie Company or its home station A Troop will state the phrase verbally or in writing. What? I don't think you could do that.
Oh my gosh, Shauna!
Enemy soldier incoming.
I don't want to say that this is a First Amendment right.
Shauna is convinced the hottest man on the planet is Henry Cavill, apparently.
Green to go. Stand by for deployment.
And she needs to tell me about it. So I had a little giggle about that.
Rip the dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. There you are. We got the green light. You're going to the war zone. Grab your gear and shoot. You're up in 3. You are cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Okay, not like the fake ones. You can stand on the fake ones.
Let's get this done. Battle Royale.
It's detrimental to the operational understanding of mounted and dismounted tactics.
You got gas closing in fast. Unask yourself to the safe zone.
Tell me you never deployed without telling me you never deployed. You think when a murder snow, just one thing that we say is we're fucking around during the day. It's gonna lead to people dying. Say yes. Fucking say yes. Say it will. Where is the fucking service?
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Gas is moving.
Fuck.
I can't give up the ship.
Stop running.
Company commander, I'm so disappointed in you. You let this happen. You let this happen. And oh my god. Death before dishonor. I'm gonna make fucking stickers. That's it. Hey gang. I'm making death before dismount stickers. Feel free to whatever you want in Kuwait. I ship to APOs and AEs. Enforcement.
Sorry, I had to. I didn't have a choice. Even though he had no idea where I was.
What did I call it? Did I fucking call it? He's the XO with his head up his asshole and shall be respected as a lawful order. Where did this guy come from? West Point? Huh? You need... God. He sounds like a West Pointer. Let me guess, you were like the first sergeant when you class at the West Point, huh? You're like fucking... You had on your fucking arm with your 0 service, and you had to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning to see some days, and sometimes it rained. Sometimes it rained when I was at West Point, and that's how camaraderie happens. We go, guys, we're gonna do a motivational run. We're gonna go do a 10-mile motivational run tomorrow, because that's what's gonna make us better and more cohesive as a fucking unit. Violation of this memorandum shall not subject soldiers to UCMJ action. Due to the breach's effect on the rightness and doctrinal understanding of Charlie Company soldiers, violators of this order will be subject to additional education on mounted dismounted tactics and mounted dismounted operations, which may include but are not limited to road marching distances, runs not to exceed 5 miles, mount dismount drills, essays on the cavalry and mounted doctrine, or any other educational program that can enhance the soldiers'
Requesting recon flyover.
Copy that. UAV online and opening the AO.
You're going to be running that fucking shit. If you think you're going to get one of your NCOs to sit down and do extra PT or have your Joe write an essay and have your sergeants like look over it, guess what fucking get? We're going to go and say, yeah, I got it, sir, blah, blah. We're going to go to our troop and say,
Be advised, UAV is exiting the
please
AO.
don't do that around him. Go away. No, you don't have to do anything. Just go away. Hey, XO, you just, with this stupid-ass memo that you see right there, you just decreased your leadership potential.
Loadout drop headed
Let's
your
see if I
way.
can say this in officer terms. Your unit readiness, your unit cohesion.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
Print on this stupid memo.
Most wanted contract here.
Print it out. Because now all of your Joes know, they're not guessing anymore, know that you're an asshole. Now, Lieutenant, luckily there is a way back. And be welcomed back into the fold. It's by rescinding the stupid bucket. It's by engaging in a little bit of a...
Requesting recon at my location.
Copy that. UAV online and opening the AO.
And joining in. Death before dismount is a phrase that is older than you. Lieutenant, I don't know if I'm more disappointed in the captain. Definitely look this over. You can't... you made a charge of your company if you're out so...
UAV is bingo. Bounty targets marked. Kill them all.
Company commander, super disappointed. First sergeant.
Got gas moving in.
Lieutenant, just new guy issues, just dumb new guy stuff that you should, yeah, you gotta learn. What happened to duct taping lieutenants to artillery pieces or flagpoles? I'm not saying drown the new guy, but hazing is important. All right. Support the channel. Go to angry-cops.com. I got a new shirt. Speaking of specialists skating away and not do PT in the morning, well, look at that. Isn't that perfect? There's a fucking specialist on Healy skating away. And go check out my new streaming channel where I go over shit like this in the military or the policing world. Check out Angry Streams. Boom. There you go. Just for streaming. There's no full streaming on there. You can talk to me. I can talk to you. You can have your stupid XO go in the chat. Now you let them know.
Enemies dropping into the AO.
dumb. Hurry up. Hurry up, they're gonna kill me. Go, you little bitch. Go. They're fucking trying their darn hardest to get me. Trying to get my fucking goat, these guys here. What is up with that? What's happening?
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone. We lost that son of a bitch. Bounty contract's been pulled.
Wow.
Individuals are the word in the vehicle. New York Times also said that Israel bombed the hospital, so are we trusting something yet? I mean, we don't trust anybody in the right? We're just going to take it this at face value and then contemplating the what ifs. If this is true, then this. If that is true, then that. That's what we're doing here. We're just trying to take all the information that we've got in front of us that all these news agencies are putting together and trying to put a
Gas is closing in.
to try and see if we can figure it out without flying off the handle like some sort of crazy people who can't think about it. Burn air down 6 on next 5 years. Yeah, we've already got that issue. It's not working out. So I just read somebody in the chat saying that, hey, look at the building. It's barely damaged. Like, the building's barely damaged with terrible terrorist attack. And, like, listen, I agree with you there, right? The building's not really jacked up. We're looking at all this, you know, there's not really any shrapnel going on here. Let's say that this was a bomb. Let's say 100% completely verified. There's videos showing that this was a bomb. If it was a bomb, and it ripped apart this vehicle like that, it had to be really slow, albeit explosive. If it was a very energetic blast, this thing would be missed. And you're looking at, you can see pieces like that. And once again, if it was an explosion, a suicide car bomb, I'm looking around at all this other stuff. There should be chunks taken out of things. And if it was an explosion, once again, you're going to be looking at homemade explosives, something that is not as violent, reacts with the erupts when it explodes and detonates. I have people texting me, are you okay? I'm not your fault. Yeah, man, I'm good. Not at the falls. 20 minutes away. We're close, but...
Oh my god, can I just catch a break?
You're crazy man. You're a beautiful crazy man. Thanks for the chat, Sal.
Oh my god.
Trevor, you should have said something, Sal. You just gave me a gift. You got a big jump, but you didn't even say anything.
Oh my god, I'm
You
dead.
just said hello.
I'm dead.
Trying to get the little monster in the background, Sal. Anderson, the only thing we know 100% is that you
Gas is moving in. New safe zone
I
located.
don't remember. I stopped paying attention after COVID. I realized he was a turd during COVID. No, it's
Supply crates are restocked. Advise you load up now.
turd.
station deployed. Friendly buy station is ready.
So, like, listen. Just gonna throw that out there. Is the Iranian passport the person that died in a car accident? Whoever it's going to say, the Iranian passport was found in the vehicle, according to Fox News.
25 remain. Valiant effort. Keep your head up. Return to base for debrief.
That says the no from the New York Times, saying that no explosives were found, and that was updated 15 minutes ago. Let's search it again. Let's see if we've got an update.
To convert hundreds of travel sites at once. I like to do things myself. No machine better than me.
Gas is inbound, marking a new safe zone.
News is garbage. Where is Fox News?
Gas is inbound.
No articles are seen.
Found Nitro inside the cabin in woods. Realizing that he was cornered, Nitro allowed himself ready.
Got 10. Keep knocking them out.
Wolverine was back to normal. There were just enough of his cells left to activate his healing chain,
Explosives were in the vehicle at the time, too.
allowing him to complete.
Batman rankings. Give me your top 5. Number 5, Adam West. He created such a different type of Batman, so different than the comics. Why doesn't Batman dance anymore? 4, we're gonna disagree, I think. I'm putting Keaton there.
I've changed my mind on Keaton since the Flash movie. I had a religious experience during that fight scene.
That movie almost retroactively made the Burton movies better in the same way that, like, Civil War kind of retroactively made Age of Ultron better.
That is a great take. 3, Bale. That's a perfect middle ground.
These are the best comic book movies. It's not a cookie-cutter superhero film. It's kind of a callback to those 70s thrillers like Serpico or The French Connection. The only thing that kind of takes me out of it is the voice. 2 is Pattinson. The Batman with Matt Reeves is a mystery.
The best Batman movie. Dark Knight is great, but it is not a movie about Batman. It's a movie about the Joker. Who would your 1 be?
Kevin Conroy.
That's my 1.
Because when I read these comic books, it's his voice.
Batman rankings. Give me your top 5. Number 5.
Where's everybody getting this Iranian passport nonsense? Jihadwatch.org.
Oh, shoot. I'm on TikTok now.
Dad, stop.
Why?
This isn't how you do TikTok.
Well, I'm doing a TikTok, honey. So this has to be how you do TikTok.
Not like this.
I'm on TikTok now.
You need something.
We're headed to the war zone. Get geared up and stand by.
Whoa.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Fuck this.
In terms of groups they may belong to, get
Yo, what up, bro?
Already.
My bad, bro. Like, you were such a easy target.
All stations, this is Shadow 01. Deployment to the war zone has been authorized.
I want that bird ready in 3 mics. Relay those coordinates. There we are. Head shed gave the green light. We're deploying you to the front lines. You're up. Grab your chutes. You are cleared hot on all threats. Watch your ass down there.
Let's roll. Battle Royale. Keep clear of that gas. Get to the safe zone. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Oh my god! I'm sure this is like, I can fucking hear you. But whatever. Who cares? Locked and loaded. Oh yeah, we're locked and loaded, eh? Eh? There, boy. He got me. He got me.
Gave it a solid try. Time to head back to base. Failure ain't
Like, you're
fatal.
dying.
It's just an opportunity to do better.
Back to you. That's here for CNN Go to the News Network reporting live from below the Capitol building. Anthony Weiner, disgraced politician, is out here trying to distract people in boxer briefs.
What is going on?
Alright, so check this out. You guys remember this little camera, the Insta360 Go? It's super small and portable, but guess what? It now comes in a beautiful matte black color, and I'm so excited about this because these little cameras are some of my favorite. So this shoots photos and video up to 2.7K with flow state stabilization. It has voice control and it's waterproof up to 5 meters. But most importantly, this new Insta360 Go 3 version has this housing that lets you magnetically and also wirelessly connect to it for a flip-up screen, so it's easier to view, record, and change settings. When you remove the camera, the housing acts as an external monitor, so you can view exactly what your camera is seeing. All of these accessories let you mount it in such unique ways because of how small it is. This lets you get super cool shots that otherwise would be quite a challenge. The other thing that I love is it has this little necklace accessory, and because this is magnetic, you can use this to magnetically attach the camera to your shirt, and you can get really cool first-person views. You can stick it to anything else that's magnetic. Okay, that's not magnetic. You know what I mean. Alright, so check this out. You guys remember this little camera, the Insta360 Go? It's super small and portable, but guess what? It now comes in a beautiful matte black. Miss Minute, and it's my...
Oh my gosh.
Use this time for some target practice. Real thing's coming soon. Enemies dropping into the
Flying cars?
Prep time's over. Now you deploy to the war zone.
Prep for dust off. We're up in 3 mics. Let's move. There you are. We got the green light. You're going to the war zone. Grab your gear and shoot. You're up in 3. Rules of engagement are simple. Weapons free on all threats.
Let's roll. Battle Royale. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you hightail it out of there. Cash drop is en route.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bit of a situation that has pretty much popped up out of nowhere, I feel like. This is a pretty big deal, pretty sizable breakthrough, I'd say.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Homebrew, and then ever since the system came out, and it was discovered that by using a paperclip, you could Nintendo, of course,
you got gas moving in.
That later on, but there are like 25 million systems out there that were very easy to hack by connecting 2 points, really. Now, though, it appears we may have a new challenger that showed up that might make it even easier to just play ROMs on your
Got a scavenger contract here.
In fact, it's actually calling back to a product that Nintendo was all over trying to strike down back during the DS days. So if you guys enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new here to the Spawn Wave channel. Let me take you over here. There is the post that went absolutely viral this weekend, and it was posted up by After Time X. And as I mentioned, this kind of came out of nowhere. I had people sending me this, and some of the people that I know are really, or at least very aware of the hacking and the modding scene, especially like overclocking and other things, right? With the Switch, seem genuinely caught off guard by this, and if that's the case, I'm like, oh, okay, what's going on here? I checked the video out, which we'll look at here, and I am very intrigued by what's happening. Anyway, they say we've obtained from one of our followers an exclusive video from an upcoming product this person is a beta tester for. Apparently a flashcard type device is coming pretty soon for Nintendo Switch, which supports all firmwares, all console types from all regions. Although it was long overdue, we were a bit skeptical, so we asked for some kind of surprise. This person
secure the supply boxes. Locations are marked on your attack map.
Use perfectly legit. Now, they mentioned this is a product that will start shipping in January, so next month. And that's actually a bit more believable now, since if you were going to launch a product like this, then let's face it, Nintendo is going to be get the letters in the mail. Nintendo might even show up at your door at this point if they can find you. But you would basically announce it when you're ready to ship. It's the thing, right? Because if you have too much time in between, Nintendo will try to get you before you're able to sell the thing. That's just the way it goes with the Nintendo Ninjas. But I'm looking at this, and you know what this kind of reminds me a bit of right here, which we can see, we can look at some of the video. The thing this reminds me of is the SD to Vita specifically. And that's kind of because I've also used it so recently. But the thing with that is, it does, your Vita does have to be jailbroken or hacked for you to use it. Because there are some different settings and stuff behind the scenes in the system you have to change to make it work. But with the DS, the 3DS of it, you didn't need to do that. It would just work perfectly fine, official firmware, the whole deal. And I'm curious if they're getting a similar thing here. Now, I did notice that on top of the cartridge, there is an LED that blinks every time you put the cartridge back in. And as they do this, they're kind of cycling, it seems, through different games that are loaded. As different icons will start.
Friendly loadout drops on the way.
Now, almost like you're changing the cartridges around. And maybe that's how it works, at least in beta, is it will cycle through all the different ROMs that you have on that SD card.
Supply box secured. 2 to go. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
It's kind of annoying to have to cycle all the way back around to get there, but I'm just kind of going off of the video. It could, of course, be different with the final product. However, I guess unless you can boot into a menu with what we had for the R4 card, for example, you wouldn't be able to really choose which game you're going to with like a boot menu. So maybe that's kind of how they're getting around it. But it's interesting if they have the ability with this cartridge and probably some kind of a microcontroller in there to basically trick the system into thinking that it is looking at, say, Mario Kart or Crash or Mario Wonder or anything there. And I mentioned the R4 card because that's something which, here, that Nintendo wrestled with for so long. And most of that's because the popularity of it, which basically you got this card, you would put an SD card in it.
Gas is moving.
Or the DS,
One supply box remaining. Move and secure that daggone thing.
You should be able to load up basically all the games that you'd want to play at any one time. And I made a video where I had ordered a card for the DS that had like thousands of games on it or something, and it was basically a clone of an R4, a flash card. And when I took a look at it, you can see
all supply boxes secure. Contract complete.
So it didn't have to read really fast from it, something like that. They can use a pretty cheap SD card that goes into it, and boom, thousands of games. Pick it up off of Amazon. But this is a cartridge that was like legendary status of what it sort of started. What I mean by that is there were a lot of
here's a bounty contract.
There still are. You can go on Amazon and pick up all kinds of different flash cards that are basically modeled on this idea with this R4.
Bounty targets are up. Get after them.
4DS card. We've had them up to the 3DS even, which the 3DS is interesting because it did make it a bit easier for like loading homebrew applications and unsigned code that way, which that might be another situation Nintendo's looking at that cartridge for the Switch as, ooh, could this do more than just load games, for example? Could we get to a position where it can hack or circumvent the security we have in place, even on official firmware, even as we continue to update the system? Can we actually update the system to fight off this flash cartridge? I'm not really sure because it's really hard to say what exactly we're looking at here and the capabilities of it, but I will tell you, Nintendo is going to look into this because, you see, the legal issues section here for the R4 is quite substantial. There are many times where Nintendo outright got this thing banned in different countries due to copyright infringement. They were not messing around with this because they saw the potential of it, and I have to imagine they're seeing the potential right now on Twitter. That tweet about this cartridge has over 5 million views already. But the biggest thing with this cartridge, as opposed to all these other methods that were used to hack the system, is there wouldn't be much risk involved.
Still standing.
Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated.
Say a paper clip or something, or people even use tinfoil. You crinkle it up and you stick it in the side where the Joy-Con would go in and hit the points just right. Boom, the system would allow you to start pushing.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
But now, if you get a current Switch that has all the security measures in place and Nintendo has updated and worked to smooth out, you have to do a lot more. So you have to open one. But the other part is you have to take a Raspberry Pi Zero, run wires all over the place, and even then there is still some programming. It's a a whole thing that most people are gonna see.
When we were fixing up the pool, they said it hadn't been used in 15 years. I have seen things. And I'm worried something is happening to my husband. Whatever's in the water, it's after all of us. I can hear you.
I swim January 5th.
Gas is inbound. And then just never do it. But if all you really have to do is buy an SD card and then buy a cartridge, and just put the ROMs on the SD card, you drop it in, that's it. I mean, that just opens it up completely to the mainstream. And at that point, I feel like that would be Nintendo's worst fear. That really exploding online. The one positive, I guess you could, this thing is showing up at the tail end of the Switch's generation, as opposed to the R4 card when the DS showed up 2 or 3 years into that generation, and then would have obviously had a much larger effect on Nintendo's bottom line for the Switch. So, in one sense, hey, you know what, great, the next system will be discussed here pretty soon, but still, if, say, they want to get another 3 or 4 years out of this current Switch with software sales, yeah, this would affect it. I'm curious exactly how it works, and if this is something that would be able to function in that way, or if you do have to have your system modified and that's the only way it works, in which case, okay, it's nice to have, but it's not going to blow the thing wide open like it could if it was official firmware. So just wanted to kind of bring that to your attention because I think it is a very interesting thing to follow here. And of course, I got a scavenger contract here because I have a lot of questions just based on that 1.5 minute video that was shared online. But let me know what you guys think about this one down below. Also, let me know what you think something like this will potentially cost, because I'm kind of thinking like $100 plus, considering what it could allow you to do. Basically, not have to buy a lot of games then, since let's face it, people will just go online, download them, and then just drop them on the SD card. Also, let me know if you'd be interested in something like this. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.
You put on it has a one-time use, no matter what you do.
Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone.
False. Now, at the end of the day, you can fuse 1,000,001 things to a shield, and one of my favorites is elemental stuff. It allows for some great combat moves, but people in the comments section wanted me to try something different. Something that would be an expensive mistake. What happens if you fuse a Gleok part to your shield? Now, obviously, you can use it to damage enemies with a shield bash, like any other elemental item, but some people also claim that it would deal damage when you block. But is this really true? Well, no. Sure, when you bash with the shield, it is extra aggressive and works well, but when you block, nothing really happens. So at the end of the day, you are better off sticking an elemental choo-choo jelly on your shield. Sure, it only works once, but it is a whole lot cheaper than wasting loads of Gleok parts. One thing I noticed a lot in the comment section is that people have a weird fascination with boomerangs.
You're losing ground. Move it.
All kinds of things with them. And one claim stood out. Someone said that you can't throw a boomerang anymore if you attach something that's too heavy. And that makes sense. At some point, the thing won't fly anymore. I mean, the fact that a boomerang even works is magic. However, is this really a thing in the game? Well, I decided to test it using both a normal rock and something utterly massive like a piece of Sky Island. But did the boomerang behave differently? Well, no. To be honest, nothing changed. The boomerang still works. It just looks a bit silly with these massive pieces of rock attached to it. But aside from that, it is fine. So this one is false. Food. We all need it. Without it, we will die horribly, starving for days before the hell finally ends. However, in Tears of the Kingdom, that's not a problem. but that doesn't mean food is useless. It's actually crucial. Without it, you will die quite quickly because some enemies deal loads of damage. But some of the good food items can be quite annoying to collect. One of those is apples, because they are in a tree. So you need to knock down the tree or climb into it to grab them one by one. In the end, there are many ways of doing it, but all of them require a bit of effort. However, according to someone in the comments, there's a faster way of doing it using Ultra Hand and Auto Build. If you combine a bunch of apples together, then that will be saved in your Auto Build menu. And now, the next time you come across an apple tree, you just use Auto Build, and magically all the apples will come to you. And it requires no sunlight at all. But does this work? Well, yes, and it's a very easy and incredibly effective. This is actually an amazing trick that clearly isn't octo balloons because they have properties that close. Well, that's what you would think at least, because as we have found out in the previous video, not everything works. Another octo balloon myth, and this one was suggested by one of you in the comments. What happens if you combine a shield with an octo balloon and give it to an enemy? Does he fly up into the sky when he uses it, or does something special happen? Well, after trying this with a moblin, I found out rather quickly that nothing really
25 are still active in the AO.
The balloon pops, but that's kind of it. Really, nothing is happening here, and I just wasted an octo balloon. So yeah, this one is false. Now, as mentioned before, people love boomerangs for some freaky reason. And I mean, I kind of get why. You can put an amazing item or something elemental on it, and then just throw it at a person. Or with a bomb, you can throw an explosive that's really cool. However, in my last video, I thought
Revive's over, soldier.
that made me really curious.
Turn to base.
In Tears of Kingdom, updrafts are very useful.
Less than 25, we're still standing. They hit us hard that time. Let's regroup and get back up there, yep.
Well, after testing, I sadly found out that nothing happened. Boomerang just flies normally. The updraft doesn't affect it in any way. It just goes and comes back. So this one is sadly enough false. When running around the world, there's one character you will come across again and again. Addison, a man